Give me 10 minutes or probably less than that, and I'll fix your brand strategy. Because right now, what most of the people think that branding means colors, logo, design, graphics, posting consistently, but no, that is just the surface. Because branding is really important. It is the entire blueprint which really defines on where your brand has to go and how you would want to position yourself. If you are hiring people and running ads and like doing a lot more but not seeing the return on investment, then that's costing you a lot. I just want you to forget all the branding knowledge, expertise, or whatever you are seeing from what the competitor is doing and just sit with me for like 5 to 10 minutes and really understand on how you can fix your brand strategy. So here's the first thing which we're gonna do is start with clarity. I am not going to jump into the branding colors, fonts, messaging, content, anything. Sit with yourself. Let's say that we both are like sitting together having a discussion, and the first thing first, I don't know you, I don't know your brand, and the first thing is that we are getting on clarity. Here are a few questions which I'll ask you. Probably, what do you stand for? What do you believe? What is the values you want to bring to table? And what is something which you see others are not doing? Is something which you disagree? What is the opinion which you would want to bring? What do you want the other person to feel when they see about your brand, or how do you want them to feel or position it can be like a message, it can be like a emotion or something. Just imagine you're explaining me something which is just like a newborn, and you're giving me a clarity on what it is actually about. Because this is something, if you can't give me an answer on all these questions, then remember that you don't even know the basic foundation of it. Now, once you have all the clarity questions, the second thing is what we are gonna do is to understand that what you would be known for. First thing first, you've got the clarity on how you would want to go ahead, but now what you would be want to known for, which could be your values, your moral views, or basically your mission and vision. Here is what your USP, value, positioning, like a basic picture on how your ideas and everything will actually come down to how the other person would see you. Okay, so now once I've understood that what the clarity is, what your brand stands for, now we move into the third thing, which is your target audience. Who are your target audience? All these things, whom are you targeting to? Whom are you talking to? What do you want them to feel? Or basically the ideal audience. And what is the language and tonality they use? What is the demographics they stay in? And how you would want to target those people? Because remember, you don't have to pick a lot of like pool of people, you have to pick some as per the niche and category and go align. Because remember, it is the humans connecting with humans, and it is not just pleasing the algorithm on all social media platforms. Now we move to the next step, which is the clarity, the mission we have got. We've understood your audience. Now we look into that what your similar competitor is doing, or someone who is well known in that industry. We'll understand that what is working for them and what the things which they are doing. We are not going to copy on what the competitor is doing, but we will study that why it actually worked, what are they doing, and something which they are not doing, and where there from there we are going to pick up that what they are not doing, and then we're going to align with it. So you see the graph: clarity, then we have your values, you have your target audience, what is your competitor already doing, what is something they are not doing, and then moving forward with how you're going to take this wave. And that's how we are going to balance with the content. Like, let's say you have all your brand manuals and everything prepared. Brand manuals is something which with your logos, your uniformity, what is the color theme and everything, that is something which is done. Now we move to the content is something where we are going to discuss on what the competitor is actually talking about, your top three competitors, what is the niche they have picked up. The same we will go, but with our own USP, like how we want to position ourselves, and something which they are not talking about. Let's say they are not talking about educational content, it's all just like memes and viral trends. So we are going to do less of that and more of something which they are not doing. So it is basically like a 80 and a 20% balance. 20% is why, because I'm seeing this with aligning with the competitors, because to be known in that own category. Because sometimes you have to merge in, or probably like understand and get the visibility of those ideal audience. And then the 80% would be something which is very new, interesting, or something that ideal audience would be like, oh, this is something new, this is something which I don't know. So basically aligning with that. Now there are different type of content pillars. We will be dividing into the content pillars on how we want to position, if as per whatever industry you are in. If it has more of educational and more of humor content, so we're going to balance out it that. But again, it depends from every content pillar and how we want to position myself. Once the content idea is ready, we come down to the batching of content. Batching of content is basically something like, what is the consistency and frequency, because this is really important to see a brand in the long term and not making you feel burnt out or going all in that you have to post daily, you have to post stories daily, everything, and then being at a stage that this is not working out. Every time, even after 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 6 years, you will still have to learn marketing, but we have to make it more sustainable way. Once you have understood with your clarity, your values, your target audience, and how you would want to, like, push the content and out there, then comes the marketing and sales, where that is becomes really easy once you have the entire blueprint ready already. Because you don't need more ideas, you don't need to go viral, you just have to sit with your thinking to understand that what actually you want to position yourself out there, and then the marketing and sales become really easy, and post that becomes the systems and the structures which you would like to bring. I think this video would be less than 10 minutes, but this is really simple and easy to understand that what how branding has to be done actually. So if you like this video and if you think that this is really helpful, comment down on what type of videos I should be doing more, and let me know your thoughts, and follow for more such tips.